See, I tried to sign 2 Chainz one day. It's crazy because I was in Jay-Z office one day, and I called 2 Chainz. I'm like, yo, me and Hov want to sign you. And he was like, he said, OG, respectfully, it's a young man's game. And I said, you do know who you're talking to, right? Like,
Yeah.
Like, so when somebody say that to me, I'm trying to figure out where they think
yeah.
they got that from. Because the only 2 successful teenage that ever come out in hip hop came from me. Bow Wow came 10 years after Kross, and he was the same age.
Yes.
He was 12. When I put them out, they was 11 and 12.
So let me ask you a
Do you
question.
think that's because, just real quick, when you was doing like the talent shows and all that at a young age and you had success, you think that kind of went together? Like, I did it, I seen it, so I could, now I know the game.
Subconsciously.
Okay.
Subconsciously.
That's
Subconsciously, Bow Wow is me. Subconsciously, Kross is me. You know what I mean?
Kross was like a social cultural phenomenon. And when I did the research and I read that, bro, the thing that jumped out to me was like, how the hell did you see that? And it wasn't just about the producer, JD, and the music, but it was about the branding, the marketing, and everything that came in and what you describing as hip hop. How the hell did you see that?
I didn't start really like paying attention to this till recently. Like, hip hop turns 50 next year, right? So we talk about hip hop like that shit is 200 years old, right. And it's like this person and this person. It's Frankie Beverly and Maze is older than the genre, right? You know what I mean? Like, right. It's people out here that we listen to that's musically that's older than the whole culture that we love, right? So in seeing that, I saw Kross and I'm thinking like, damn, ain't nobody ever did this. By the way, my mind is thinking, once again, I'm thinking we 100 years in. Reason why you never saw Kross is because back, 25, 30 years ago?
That's right, yes.
Hip hop was 20 years old.
Yeah.
There ain't no way for you to see him. Nobody ain't thought about it. So it was really just me. I was really racing some invisible person because I'm thinking that I'm trying to do something that I never saw, right? And the reason I never saw it was because we ain't been here long enough for it to exist, right? So in the midst of that, I'm like I said, I'm trying
That's deep,
to.
Though.
I'm trying.
What you just said was deep.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that's what it is. So I'm really thinking. I'm trying to outthink somebody that I don't even see. So I'm thinking like, if I come out with these kids and they look like this and they got a song and da-da-da-da-da, they should blow. So I'm just trying to grab on every element that I think. First of all, we from Atlanta, so I'm like, we already down because they don't treat us like we supposed to be in the business. In 92, nobody wanted Atlanta to be in hip hop. So we was already at a disadvantage. So I just was like, we got to do as many things possible to get people's attention, right? And I didn't know all of them collectively was going to work at once, but I was just trying it, just trying to do something.
Since we on this topic right here, how in the hell did you come up with putting the clothes on backwards, bro? I was here in Atlanta. Y'all weren't in Atlanta. What I'm saying is, I was one of them kids when Kross came out. I started wearing my football jersey to school backwards. You know what I mean? 'Cause that was the culture. You get what I'm saying?
I know,
no
right?
bullshit.
That's a cultural, social phenomenon.
Yes. How in the hell did y'all come up with that?
Well, the biggest story behind it is that when I first found Kross, I think like a week after I found Kross, I got introduced to this young lady named Left Eye, and she came from Philly. She came from Philly, and the first place she came when she came to Philly was Bow Wow got signed to Death Row at 9 years old. This is a fact, right? But people. It's almost like my story. I went on tour with Run DMC when I was 12 years old. That shit don't even sound realistic, right? It don't, right? So it's the same. It's the same. It's the same shit with Bow Wow. Bow Wow was signed by Snoop, and Snoop gave him the name Little Bow Wow because Snoop's name is Bow Wow. He's Big Bow Wow, and Bow Wow. He gave the name to Bow Wow Little Bow Wow. Bow Wow he had to be 6, 7 years old as an artist over there. Snoop brought Bow Wow to me and said, "Listen. If Bow Wow come out on Death Row, he gonna be talking about killing niggas and all this extra shit. That ain't how he need to come out.
Right.
We figured out, put him on So Def, put him with you because you know how to do it. You done did crisscross, blah, blah, blah. This is what they told me. Same thing you said about me saving this part. Yep. So I took Bow Wow under my wing and did that, and that's how he came out. But I'm saying at the end of the day, the respect level for what he represents and him doing what he did opened the door for so many artists today. Yeah. Lil Yachty, anybody that got little in their name and they try to claim that they ain't get that shit from Bow Wow, when I did the rap game, people ain't expect for that to even be successful. They was like, who wants to see young kids? Who's gonna watch young kids rap every week?
Yep.
America, maybe. I don't know, but, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? So to see the industry now pulling from my pool, Mulatto came from my pool. Yep. J.I. came from my pool of youth. It's the same that I've been talking about from day one. All these artists, it's a youth pool that I create. And now the industry is sticking their hand in the pool without me even telling them they can do it.
Why you let her do her own thing? I see you didn't fight her, you let her.
I didn't actually. I mean, I did what I was supposed to do.
That was what's up though, because most cats won't do that.
No, she did her thing.
No, I did.
You heard what he just told you.
See, this is the thing what people miss on
as
about.
Independent artists, this
is what people miss about it though. It was a TV show.
TV show, right? I know. Yeah,
right.
Yeah, right.
You win on the TV show, then Jermaine will produce your single, and put you out.
Yeah.
I did that. I introduced her to the world.
Okay.
At that point, you know what I'm saying? I had an opportunity to do whatever I got to do, but I also didn't approach Mulatto like that from the gate. Like most of my artists, I chase them and I look for them. Okay. She became my artist by winning on a TV show. Yeah. That's a little different, right? That's not me totally invested in you.
Okay.
And that's not me having my mental space of visually saying, oh, you should be like this or you should be like this. We was doing this in front of cameras and trying to make, and she put on. She did what she had to do, right. And she beat all the other people that was there. But it was never a situation where I got an opportunity to do what I did with Bow Wow, I did with Escape, or I did with the Brat. These people lived with me. Like Left Eye lived in my house. So we talked and we wrote songs and we came up. It wasn't the same type of situation. Musically, if it don't go in the same way that I've been doing it, I'm not getting ready to with it.
So you talked about Left Eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What does she mean to you? You know what I'm saying? Because when you talk about Teddy Riley being your idol, I want to get into that conversation, but like, let's start with Left Eye first.
No, Left Eye was my like that was my, you know, I'm saying she lived in my house, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, by the way, I'm 17, so she can't live in my house because my mother don't even know about this. But she actually lives in my house, and my mother's there. So it's like she comes to my house every day, like it's like we in the studio. Yeah. But she don't leave, and she stay there. You know, I'm working all night.